What's up? It's Mikey and Sam from Mallory Knox, and this is our Hit the Floor Firsts.
So is that, can I hear me?
I'll direct it at you. How about that?
First time I was proud of an achievement was this time last year when we opened the main stage at Reading and Leeds. It was the first time I think that my mum and dad maybe understood that we were actually doing okay as a band, and they were up at the side of the stage, and yeah, my dad was crying. I haven't seen him cry in like 7 or 8 years, so it was a pretty special moment for me, and I think that was the first time that I was really proud of what we've accomplished, like from something that we started from nothing and into something that big, and that my parents were there to see it, so that was mine.
That's you're 24 years old. Is that the first time you were ever proud?
My first proper proud achievement, yeah, because until then I was just, I got a job off my uncle, I got a job through my dad.
Yeah,
my
I see what you mean.
Real thing.
That's cool. Well, I think the first time I was proud was the first time I kissed a girl. That was an achievement. You know how big a deal it is, like back when you're a kid. Well, maybe not for you, but it was for me. So yeah, you know, thank you, woman, to you, lady. The first holiday I went on was when I was a baby, and I don't really remember it. I think it was to the south coast, and my parents looked like they had a great time in all the photos, and I just looked like I needed to be burped most of the day. So that was an enjoyable, I assume was an enjoyable experience. Perhaps not for my parents because I was a baby, but you know, it's all right.
I think my first holiday was in Cornwall, and again, like you, I don't really remember a lot about it, so yeah.
Interesting question. My first naked Snapchat, maybe a couple of months ago.
So you've had one? I've never had one, that's the truth. I had Snapchat for 2 days, and I put it up.
Well, that's why, you only had it for 2 days.
No, I put it up on Twitter though and advertised it, and then I got all these people just adding me, and I was like, oh, this is bad, this is. Like, it had like loads of pictures coming in.
Yeah,
so I just got rid of it.
See, no, that's the thing. I have 3 friends on it, I think.
Me,
and
David, and Joe was the
yeah,
one
there was the naked Snapchat was Joe. Yeah, it was good. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
First song I ever wrote was when I was 13 years old. I could play about 2 strings on the acoustic guitar, and it was called Thinking of You. And I even, you'll laugh, because I was obsessed about putting keyboards in songs, and I still am, and it even had like a keyboard solo. So yeah.
Keyboard solo?
It was, yeah, it's just me playing the chords really badly, and there's literally 2 strings on an acoustic guitar recorded on an old tape player in my old drummer's living room. So yeah, so that was my first.
Mine and James's, I think, actually. I think James was in my band at 13. It was called Into the Deep End or something. It was such a bad song.
Just ripped off Sum 41.
Well, no, the thing is, right, we wrote it as our band, and then we didn't write any more songs. It was the one and only song we ever did and ever performed. I feel like I'm jumping in the deep end, deep down inside. It was proper Linkin Park vibes. It was great. We even had a keyboard player. It was sick.
You had a keyboard as well on the first.
We had a keyboard player that couldn't play keyboard. In fact, we had 2 keyboard players, and they used to just stand at either end of the thing, like dancing. It was terrible.
Mine was at a house party. I didn't have a first kiss till I was literally 15, and I started kissing her and my mum rang, and that's the genuine truth halfway through the kiss. And this girl had kissed a few boys before. She was kind of showing me the ropes, and
Kiss hussy.
a kiss hussy she was. She had a bad rep around the old secondary school, and yeah, she took me around back of the house, kissed me, and my mum rang, and I answered, obviously being oblivious to that's not what you're supposed to do. And so that was my first as well.
I can't even remember. Mine was kind of mine was at a friend's house. Like, there was a load of us hanging out, and I remember it was when, like, it was a big deal to, you know, get off with someone. And yeah, that's it. I know. It's, what is that?
Get off when you
get off of her.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
such a
gotta get off of her. Yeah, and I remember my friend telling this girl that I hadn't got off with anyone before, and she was like, "What?" She grabbed my face and gave me a snog. And
She had a kiss hussy at all.
Oh yeah, but she was lovely though. She was a friend, so you know it was great. It was a nice experience. Great for all. Perhaps not for her, but for me, you know, I walked out of there proud. See first question. As always, as we always try to do whenever we have this opportunity, we just want to thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts for supporting us and coming out and seeing us and buying records and all of that kind of stuff. We've got the new album that's coming out in October, and we can't wait for you guys to hear it. So pre-order it, have a listen to the singles that we got out right now, and we'll hopefully see you soon.